I wish we were all here. Wouldn't it be nice to be somewhere else at the moment? Do you remember that show, Wish You Were Here? The premise of it, was it Gloria Hunniford, I think it was? I am of an age where I do remember that show being on one of the 5 channels that actually existed at the time. They would basically go around and say, this is a holiday you could go on. And of course it was kind of explaining a bit about the destinations and stuff, but mainly what it did was mostly make us just feel jealous that we weren't on holiday on a Greek island or in Mauritius or wherever else they may have been at the time. Of course other destinations are available. I Wish You Were Here kind of gave you that kind of thought about being somewhere else, and it kind of transported you from your living room to a place maybe you've never been, never maybe likely to be. Yeah, but as I say, that kind of feeling of they're in that place, I'm not, it doesn't feel kind of fair. Maybe we wished we were somewhere else at the moment during this pandemic. We wished we were either out the other end of it or back where we used to be, where things were obviously so much freer and so different. But of course we are where we are, and we have to get our heads around that. We have to continue to kind of get that inner strength to deal with that and work through that. And I fully appreciate that is not easy. I'm sure that as I've seen on social media and as I've spoken to people, comments from people, messages, etc., all of us have experienced the kind of bumps in the road and wished we were somewhere different. As we approach next week as a church, we are going to be able to spend the week in prayer. Sue has really helpfully put loads of resources together for our prayer week. This is something we did back January last year, and again at Pentecost back in June in 2020 also. Again, this is going to be a kind of remote prayer week where you will be able to pray and use the resources at home. We will be having a couple of things that are going on. If you've seen the newsletter, we have a prayer Zoom meeting on Monday and then a discussion at the end of the week to talk about what life in mission looks like for us as a church as we move into this new vision based on Ezekiel 47. As we come to this prayer week next week, it really struck me that it's an opportunity at the beginning of 2021, as uncertain as it is, to think about where we could be in the future. More importantly, where God wishes we would be in the future. And it gives us an opportunity next week to listen, to spend time with Him, to talk to one another, to share with one another about what God is saying to us and where He wants us to be in the coming year and beyond. We want to be in the place that God needs our church to be able to reach out to the people that need us most and that need His transformational power the most as well. We want God to use our church in a way that reaches out. The vision that we have based on Ezekiel 47 and a lot of prayer and conversation from the leadership team too talks about being a river that flows out into our community, and where that river flows, life grows. Isn't that an amazing image? An amazing image that we have, that where the water, the living water of God flows out, new things grow, life happens, growth explodes. That is our prayer as a church. And next week as we come together to pray, we hope that God begins to shape that vision. We hope that God begins to speak to us and to all of us in our church about what that vision really looks like now, in the middle of this pandemic, and in the days yet to come, when we will need to respond to the needs of our community and the hope of God in our world. May God bless you as you pray, and I pray that God will reveal to you where He needs you to be and where He wants our church to be in the future.